Hello and welcome back. This is going to be a pick a card reading about what or how are you about to glow up. So go ahead and pick from these cards, just whichever one you're drawn to the most. So this one's Ace of Wands, Knight, or this could be Page or Knight of Swords, and then this is Three of Cups. But if that doesn't mean anything to you, just pick the one you're most drawn to. So we're going to start with pile 1. So I'll be using 3 different decks for this reading. This reading is for people who know they've just gone through a major transformation or major change in their life or in themselves. So this is all about how you are about to blow up. This is like what's going to happen recently. So we have 7 of Wands reverse, Temperance reverse, okay, someone could be cutting their hair. You could be someone who's always had longer hair or always preferred that on yourself, but maybe you've been thinking of cutting it. That could be something for somebody. I feel like you're going to be learning about your own style. You may have been someone who was really influenced by other people's styles. And Alexa, turn it down. Sorry, that's distracting. You may have been someone who, which isn't a bad thing, it's just maybe you didn't really know how to dress yourself or what you liked or what looked best on you, so you would take inspiration from things you saw, but maybe you would have people tell you what you should wear or what looked best on you. But now I feel like you're going to be learning about your own style and your own sense of like how to express yourself through style. Maybe you could have also been someone who you didn't really care about what you wore that much. You just thought of clothes as being for comfort or to keep you warm. Maybe you just like to dress really comfortable. But now you're starting to realize how you can actually express yourself through your style, what you wear, your fashion, and how you can make it whatever you want. It doesn't have to be a specific way, and you can still keep your own uniqueness and be stylish at the same time. Something like that. Maybe that's not something you thought before, or you thought your style was too unique, that it would never actually translate to something that looked good, like to other people. So, and a specific message for some of you who are interested in fashion, or you could be interested, or that sounds like something that you would like, anything to do with fashion, from designing to fashion, like editing a fashion magazine, modeling, anything like that, anything in that industry. If you're drawn to that, I feel like you're either drawn to it now or you're going to be, and it'll just come out of nowhere because it's something you never thought of before, and it'll just, all of a sudden you'll just feel inspired to look into it. And I feel like someone's gonna find a book at the library and just start reading it and be like, actually, I do think this is interesting. Okay, so this pile, it feels like whoever picked this pile resonates more with a feminine energy, but it's like it has a masculine edge to it. Yeah, so I'm seeing dark hair. Maybe you wanting to dress a little darker, do your makeup or hair a little darker. I feel like if you are drawn to that, it's because I even feel like someone who's always been blonde, but now they're going like dark brown or black. So the reason for wanting to wear, because some people want to wear darker in a way to protect themselves, to either make themselves more invisible or make themselves more something that people wouldn't want to mess with, basically. But I feel like for you, the reason you would want to dress darker would actually be to stand out more. Like maybe you're somebody who, whatever your coloring is, or I forget what it's called, but how some people can be like a winter or a summer, like your color scheme. You could be someone who pulls off darker colors really well. Because for some people, like for me, it really just washes you out. But for some people, like this pile, I feel like darker colors really suit you. Even if you don't like wearing just plain black, I feel like maybe darker jewel toned. But you're gonna be, it's like before you may have just thought you should be like quiet or very polite or just like sitting in the corner quietly with your legs together. That's something coming through specifically. Or like always sitting with your legs crossed. Maybe you're someone who you thought that's what you had to do. But it's just like now, this glow up is gonna have you feeling like it's okay to, if I want to stand out, if I want to be seen, if I want to come off as confident or a little dark or edgy or something like that. It's like you're not gonna feel like it's fake or pretend, because it's a part of you that you're finally giving a voice to or an image to. And it's not at all dark, like energetically. It's more so just a deeper new side of you that you haven't uncovered yet. Not that the other sides weren't deep, but it's more like when you're digging deeper and deeper, and then there's less and less light, but it's not a bad thing, if that makes sense. So okay, part of your glow up is actually gonna be the people around you. So you're gonna be attracting a completely new set of friends or acquaintances, or it's like, and I feel like you won't be super attached at first. You'll kind of have an attitude like, I don't need any new friends. I don't need any friends. I'm good on my own. Like you'll have this new sense of confidence where you feel very independent and very much like you could go to the bar by yourself, go to a restaurant by yourself. Like you don't need other people, and you very much are gonna give that energy of I don't need you. And it's not like you're pushing people away. It's just really like I'm good on my own. So that's actually gonna attract a lot of people to you, like you having this more detached energy. So, and this is gonna, if you don't already have like a relationship in your life, I feel like this is gonna attract someone that your old self would have never, you and this person would have never crossed, or if you crossed paths, you would have never really noticed each other or been interested. But because you've embraced this other side of yourself and you're actually not holding it back anymore, and you're letting it get a chance to like run the show or to just see how life is as that version of yourself, that's gonna attract somebody who really is drawn to this version of you and this side of yourself. But I feel like you're not gonna be looking for it. You're not gonna be looking for a relationship or for someone. You're just gonna be in your own, I'm hearing magnificent energy. So that word magnificent could be, maybe someone has a tattoo that says that, but that could be specific for someone. So we have both the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. One or both of you could be earth signs, doesn't have to be. But if you have any earth placements or any earth in your chart, maybe there's like, it's being shown or it's being incorporated into your energy more at this time, because it is giving more of a earth energy of like being independent and a little bit detached and not needing anyone. And I feel like that's what's gonna draw you guys to each other. Because both of you, it's like you're gonna experience what it's like to be with someone who doesn't need anything from you. They just want to be with you. And it'll feel like there's not a burden or pressure. Okay, I wanna get some from this deck, the Fool's Tarot. I'm gonna do these all upright. The Crazy Fool, get in touch with what you want and need and make it your top priority. So maybe before you never had the confidence and you never, maybe you were too much in a people-pleasing energy to put yourself first and your own needs and wants and making that a top priority like this says. But this version of you, it's what some would consider selfish, but it's not selfish. It's just putting yourself first and making sure you're good and you're taken care of, which actually is the most selfless thing to do, to take on the responsibility of caring for yourself and not putting that on someone else. When I say caring for yourself, I mean doing the inner work that only you can do, that nobody can do for you. And by doing that yourself, you're not gonna ever be projecting that into someone else. So that's why that's actually the most selfless thing you can do, not selfish. And so you're gonna be able to be like, yeah, this is what I like, this is what I want. And maybe before you never even thought of it, it never even occurred to you to think about what your opinion is or what you liked, because you're just so used to being told what you should like or how things should be. And you never were told that you had the option to choose how you felt about things, or like when information was presented to you, it was presented to you like it was a fact, not like, well, some people think this or I believe this. It was like, this is the ultimate truth. And so you're going to be realizing maybe I actually can decide what I believe. Okay, I think that's going to be all for this group. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. All right, I'm going to shuffle these a bit, and then we're going to do pile 2, which is we're going to say Page of Swords. So let's first get some from this deck. What is your glow up going to be like? How, in what ways will you glow up? King of Pentacles. This came up in pile 1, but it was from a different deck. And then 3 of Cups. The Star, reverse. 9 of Swords. 5 of Pentacles, reverse, and Strength. Okay, I pulled a lot from this deck. So I feel like, or what I heard is mindset. Your mindset is going to be what's changing, which is going to in turn change your perspective, which of course is going to change then your reality. So your glow up is going to involve, it's not just going to be about your physical glow up, it's going to be your whole life is glowing up. So your cars are glowing up, your home is glowing up, your health, your mental health, your physical health, your image, your style, your family, and everyone and everything attached to you is going to glow up as well. So it's like you're not going to feel like you're doing well, but your loved ones are going through all these terrible times. It'll be like just by being attached to you, and you could have noticed that already people around you have been glowing up themselves, or just doing a lot better, or improving in certain ways, or maybe been having a lot of, or receiving a lot of blessings in their life. So, and that is, you've been a big part of that. And so this is just going to continue. So as you're growing up, it's like everyone around you will be as well. Everyone who's on your same, everyone who has your best intentions that's around you. So I feel like you're going to be stressing a lot less. You're going to be a lot less anxious, so your cortisol is going to be lower, and that you're going to feel younger, you're going to look younger, you're going to have more energy, you're going to be sleeping better, you're going to have an increase in your appetite. And don't worry if you've been trying to gain weight or trying to diet. Don't worry if your appetite increases, because your metabolism is going to increase as well, to the point where you'll be eating more and actually losing more weight, but getting toned, like getting fit. It won't be like an unhealthy way. So, and for some of you who have been working out or have been wanting to grow muscle or just be more into the fit lifestyle, I feel like that's definitely going to be unfolding for you. Pentacles in reverse. I also feel like, so in a lot of ways, how emotions can be shown in the body, in the face especially, I feel like you're going to be, and you could even be doing massages or stretches or yoga, face yoga, to release these emotions, or using acupuncture, acupressure. But I feel like you're going to be releasing whatever you're going to be releasing. You're going to see it physically. Like you're going to be glowing more, because it's like your burdens, your stress, your anxiety, your sadness, all the things that you felt you had to like carry or be strong about, or that you didn't want to carry, or things you didn't want to have to do, but you just felt like you had to be strong and do it anyway. These feelings, they've been, like, whether you realize it or not, they've been affecting you physically, like how you appear physically. So as these things continue to heal and you release these burdens, it's gonna show in your appearance. Just at, like, it'll just look like, if someone were to describe the change, they would say it just looks like they're just lighter, like not in weight, but in energy, the heaviness of the energy. You'll definitely be glowing. So all of this will also be reflected in all that, I'm hearing the ugly areas of your life. So for example, some of you, maybe you have this old TV that you really hate and you really want a new one, but you can't afford it at this time. And so, like, every time you look at it, it just triggers you, because it reminds you that it's old, you don't like it, and you can't do anything about it, or that's how it feels. Excuse me. So it's like, sorry, I lost what I was saying for a minute. About this Five of Pentacles. Yeah, something that reminds you, something that upsets you, because it reminds you, like, oh, I don't have this. Like, it reminds you of the lack, whatever you don't have, whatever you can't get, or whatever feels that way. What was I saying about that? It's okay, I don't want to waste time. It'll come back to me when it needs to. So, the star. Okay, I saw that as the sun in reverse, but it's the star in reverse. You're going to feel a lot more. So in the past, you thought you were relaxing, but you were just stressing a good majority of that time, if not the whole time. So you're going to actually find yourself able to relax and have fun, and you're gonna feel like, oh, this is like how they do it in the movies or in TV. Like, this is how it looks when people are supposed to have fun. Because maybe in the past you were physically doing things that are supposed to be fun, but you didn't feel it, and you're just like, this isn't what it's supposed to be like. But now you're gonna feel like, oh, this is how it's supposed to feel, because you're actually able to allow yourself to enjoy it. Okay, but I think what I was trying to say before about the TV is basically any areas of your life that you feel ugly, that are ugly, these are all going to be changing, and you're going to be able to take care of these things or fix these things. Maybe like there's this ugly dent in your car that you just hate so much. Maybe you love your car and it just really ruins it for you, but you can't get it fixed yet, or whatever the ugly thing is in your life. It could even be something like on you, which that's very sad if you feel that way. I feel bad for you. I mean, I understand, but that's really sad. I mean that in a nice way. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, I feel for you if you feel this way. Like, there's something about you that you just have to change. But even if you do feel that way, that's the thing that you're going to be able to finally change. So, and I don't think it's just one thing. It feels like all the different areas of your life. Maybe you live in a town you think is ugly, and you're like, I just want to get out of this town. I want to live in the mountains or by the beach or wherever it is that you visualize. So it feels like you're going to be getting those things, because the Five of Pentacles reversed, it's like that lack, that emptiness, that missing thing, it's going to be gone. Okay, last, or actually I'm going to do one from the Fool's Tarot. Okay, so Nine of Swords in reverse. The Nine of Swords came up twice because both of these are. So again, this is more confirmation about like you're not even, you can't even understand how life's about to get for you, because you don't even remember what life could be like without being in an anxious state. And since you're getting over these anxieties, it's like, and this being the card that came up for the Fool's Tarot, be great. What does it say? Graceful. Be graceful. The graceful. So you're gonna feel like you're moving through life like a ballerina. If you like that comparison. It's just the idea of being so graceful, like someone, okay, now I'm thinking of when Spider-Man, like how he used to be very clumsy and, you know, like not very athletic. And then once he became Spider-Man, he had, like, now he has these great reflexes, and like he could, it's that type of change. And it doesn't have to be that specifically. Like maybe you're not clumsy at all, but it's just the idea of life feeling like that. Like life has felt clumsy, or like you're doing it, but it could be smoother. It could be more graceful. It could just flow better and just be more beautiful. You want your life to be art, and it could be art. So that's what's going to be changing. That's your glow up. Just a higher level of art, because you've always been that, but now it's going to be a higher level. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Okay, one more pile to do. Pile 3, which is going to be 3 of Cups. So for pile 3, let's find out what your glow what your glow up is going to be like. Okay, we got 3 of Cups in reverse. Interesting. And then let's see what else. 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay, this could be the pile where Maybe you've been partying a little too much. I heard a little bit much, but a little too much, or just kind of slacking on your responsibilities. Maybe you've been staying up all night watching Netflix. Maybe you've been, you know, nothing horrible or crazy, but just slacking when it comes to taking care of yourself the best. Maybe you've been eating fast food only and kind of just doing things that are easier but not necessarily better for you. But I feel like you could be someone who's like, you don't do New Year's resolutions and this year was not different, but then you're like, maybe I will, and maybe I'll just, like, I can start anytime, like, I don't need to wait till New Year's, maybe I will, and you're like thinking about it. This is confirmation. I feel like you're just gonna be more and more inspired, like whatever changes you've been thinking, maybe I should do this or change this, you're just gonna feel more confirmation and more inspiration to do that and make those changes. But I feel like you're gonna get to a point where you realize, okay, they're like a fork in the road. Like if I can either continue this way, but it's gonna be completely taking me off the path that I was intending to be on. So you're gonna have a choice, but it would require leaving something behind in order to take one path. You would have to leave something behind from the other path. But I feel like you're ready to, so it's not gonna be hard. It's not gonna feel like a sacrifice or something difficult you have to give up. This could even be like, you know, maybe you work out often and you're trying to get the body of your dreams, but there's like, you have certain food addictions or certain like things you really don't want to give up that you know are contributing to, maybe even for some of you, you eat well, you eat healthy, you work out, you do all the things, but you like to drink a lot, and all the calories from the alcohol and just the other ways it affects your body is like preventing you from getting your body goals. Like that's the only thing stopping you. It doesn't have to be that. It could just be like you're doing a lot, but there's a few things that you know. Someone even, I'm hearing, you have been called to cut out dairy, and it's been like making you bloated and just inflamed, giving you headaches, making your head feel hot when you eat it. It's really specific, but I feel like whatever it is, you've already been feeling like, yeah, that's the thing I need to cut out or change, and this is just confirmation of whatever that is for you. Queen of Swords in reverse. I feel like this could be difficult because you, maybe growing up, you had a lot of restrictions and a lot of rules or a lot of things you couldn't do or weren't allowed to have. So as an adult, you wanted to give yourself all the things that you were always told you couldn't have or that were made such a big deal of. But you may have like gone from one extreme to the other. So from like, if your parents forced you to always eat healthy, like never even let you have candy on Halloween, and then you go to the extreme of like always eating junk food, almost in an act of rebellion, you gotta ask yourself, like, yes, it can be good to let yourself have that experience, or to like go to a store and be able to buy whatever you want, but after that experience, then you have to balance yourself. Just like with a child, you give them treats and candy and presents on their birthday, but if you were to give them all that every day, it would literally spoil it for them, spoil their body, their mind. So it's the same type of idea. Okay. But I feel like you're so close. Like you've been working on looking like the person you want to look like, but also, okay, I don't know if, just do this. Working on looking like the person you want, but also I feel like you understand that it comes from within also. Like in order to be who you want to be, you have to think like that person, and you have to change your mindset and make those inner mental changes along with the physical ones. if you're being uprooted, that's okay. If you're having to go through a change that feels like it's not part of the plan, if something happens that feels like it's not part of the plan, you can trust like where you're being transported to. That's a specific message. Okay, let's get more about how you're going to be glowing up. Okay. Okay, this is funny, kind of. If anyone's like gonna have a hard time with this, obviously that's not funny, but it's funny because someone's glowing up by becoming single, by like dumping, sorry, but I'm hearing this, dumping a loser. Like someone's gonna be letting go of someone who has really been bringing them, like that's the thing you needed to let go of or quit. That's the like addiction or the habit, is the person that is just, maybe you've been really improving yourself in all the areas of your life, but this person has not. And so now you guys are just not at a compatible level anymore. And they're just dragging you down because they're refusing to elevate with you, but they're still connected to you. So it's like you have to choose yourself or them. That's ultimately the choice. But I'm just getting like, you're ready. This doesn't feel like a heartbreaking, like heart-wrenching breakup. It just feels like something you just kind of know. It's like putting off getting a root canal. Like you know you're gonna get it done. You know you need to, but you're just also not exactly in a rush because you don't really want to do it, but you know you need to get it done, and like you also kind of want to do it because you're in pain. Anyway, if that resonates, that's definitely for someone. That's what you're going to be cutting off, and that will literally cause you to glow up. It's almost like cutting off a parasite or like a leech or a tick is how Spirit's describing this person. So 7 of Cups, someone could be getting a little bit into a different feminine, like someone could be going from more of a darker feminine energy to like a lighter feminine energy, kind of opposite of, I think it was pile 1. Like this pile could be, maybe you have darker hair and you're going lighter, you've been wanting to go blonde for a while, or someone's been wanting to dress or have this style like coquette, I think that's how you say it, like that girly pink ribbons, pearls, that type of thing. Someone's been just feeling inspired to, and it doesn't have to be that style, that's just a specific message, but it's just like a softer, more self-love, more like less needing to be defensive or harsh or prove that like you're tough or that you don't need anyone or that you're strong. Like you just feel relaxed, like you can be yourself and you can be safe, and that's going to just cause you to feel in a more feminine energy. Even if you resonate with a masculine energy, this could just be you feeling finally safe and comfortable in your feminine energy. And if you are someone who resonates more with masculine energy, I'm getting that your feminine side is extremely creative, like a true artist, like could just sit there and just go for hours and hours just creating a masterpiece. And so that side is really ready to come out. I'm just gonna get one from the Fool's Tarot since I've been getting one for every pile. And then we'll finish this. Thanks for watching this far if you've been watching the whole time. Or even just watching this pile, thank you. Okay, the reclusive fool. Step away from the world and seek solitude. Yeah, you could be going in somewhat of a hibernation period, but it's just like you're detached. You're almost, okay, I'm thinking of Aurora, how she falls asleep in the tower, and it's like you're ready to just be this sleeping beauty, like to just, and it's not you being trapped in a tower or you being locked away. It's like letting go of the things that have been holding you down, and now you're just free to just rest and be yourself and just wait for whatever's next, or just be in this like receptive resting stage where you don't have to worry about other people or think about other people, and you can just focus really on your own energy. Okay, that's all for this pile. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.